Relation and function. Introduction. The relation is the correspondence between two elements or groups, whereas a special relation where the element of first group is related to only one element of second group is called function. Cartesian product of set. If A and B are the two non-empty sets, then A times B represents all possible pairs of elements, e.g., if A equals red, blue, B equals B, C, S, then A times B equals red, B, red, C, red, S, blue, B, blue, C, blue, S. Remember, P times Q does not equal Q times P. P times Q equals A, R, B, R, C, R, and Q times P equals R, A, R, B, R, C. Relation. P equals A, B, C, and Q equals Ali, Bhanu, Binoy, Chandra, Divya, then the relation R. R equals X, Y, X is the first letter of the name Y, X element of P, Y element of Q. Here is what domain, codomain, and range are given above. Note that range is a subset of codomain. This relation can be represented by 1. Roster method R equals 9, 3. 9, minus 3, 4, 2, 4, minus 2, 25, 5, 25, minus 5, 2. Set builder method R equals X, Y, X is the square of Y, X element of P, Y element of Q. Note, the total number of relations that can be defined from a set A to a set B is the number of possible subsets of A times B. If n, A, equals P and n, B, equals Q, then n, A times B, equals PQ, and the total number of relations is 2PQ. Function. A relation f from a set A to a set B is said to be a function if every element of set A has one and only one image in set B. Function which has real numbers or its subset as a range is called real-valued function. Some functions with their graph. 1. A real-valued function y equals f, x, equals xs called identity function with domain R, set of all real number, and ranges R2. 2. A function like y equals f, x, equals c, constant, with domain R and range C is called constant function. 3. A function like y equals f, x, equals a0 plus a 1x plus a 2x squared plus anx caret n, where n is a non-negative integer and a0, a 1, a2, an element of R, is called polynomial equation. Example, y equals x squared. 4. A function such as y equals 1, x where x element of R, 0, is rational function f, by, per gram, x. 5. The function f, r right pointing arrow r defined by f, x, equals, x, for each x element of R is called the modulus function, f, x, equals x for x greater than 0 and f, x, equals x for x less than O, here domain is R and range is 0, infinity. 6. Signum function is when y equals, times, x, its domain is all real number R and range, -1, 0, 1. 7. The function y equals, x, is called greater integer function where x belongs to R and y gives greatest integer as less than or equal to x. Algebra of real function. I, addition of two real functions, let f, x right pointing arrow R and g, x right pointing arrow R be any two real functions, where x subset of R, then, we define f plus g, x right pointing arrow R by, f plus g, x, equals f, x, plus g, x, for all x in x. E. Subtraction of a real function from another, let f, x right pointing arrow R and g, x right pointing arrow R be any two real functions, where x subset of R, then, we define f, g, x right pointing arrow r by f, g, x equals f, x, g, x for all x in x. E. Multiplication by a scalar. Let f, x right pointing arrow r be a real valued function and alpha be a scalar. Here by scalar, we mean a real number. Then the product alpha f is a function from x to r defined by alpha f, x equals alpha f, x, x element of x. IV. Multiplication of two real functions. The product, or multiplication, of two real functions f, x right pointing arrow r and g, x right pointing arrow r is a function fg, x right pointing arrow r defined by fg, x equals f, x, g, x for all x in x. This is also called pointwise multiplication. V. Quotient of two real functions. Let f and g be two real functions defined from x right pointing arrow r, where x subset of r the quotient of f by g denoted by f per gram is a function f per gram x equals f by per gram x, provided g, x does not equal 0, x element of x.